All right, so let's see here, I should get this in. It's 2 days. It's 2 days since the fan thing that really just kind of, pissed me off, and it's been 2 days. And I got back from the park. I did, 6 videos or total. That hasn't gone up yet, of course. Even the model new video, I think that was a good one. That still hasn't gone up. I'm thinking of putting up the hurricane video, but why am I even saying this? If this goes up, those have gone up, so whatever. But anyways, it's been 2 days since the fan thing, and the good news about it is when I got home, I said, fuck it, let me look at this fan again, and it's a vibration issue. I don't know where it's coming from, but I touched one of the light bulbs and I hit it against the metal backing, against the socket, whatever. And the vibration generally almost went away, so it must be some wire issue. The guy's coming out tomorrow, and I don't know. Well, we'll talk about that. But I got a couple other things done yesterday. Yesterday was a better day. It was kind of up and down, but I did some stuff, some basic accounting, tax stuff. I thought it was actually due on the 15th. It's actually due at the end of the month. The dresser, the old lady dresser with the mirror on it. Let's see, it's already X'd out. This thing, it was in the master bedroom. Sold it for 80 bucks. I was thinking of how do I hack it apart so I can leave it by the side of the by the side of the trash so they take it. So it's like someone gave me 80 bucks for it. This is great. And I numbered the videos. Remember back on the old Guerrero videos, it was like 0005. Very ambitious, because if you're thinking it through, it goes all the way to 10,000 minus 1, right? Because with the sorting stuff, even now it's like 10 and 1 get weirdly sorted, so you have to put 000 to. I don't know why we can't figure this out, but that's fine. So I think we're up to 80 something now. And with these, this will probably cross, this will be 90. I was complaining about how the cool white is actually a lot brighter than the bright white. Not to be confused with soft white, the 2700K, which they don't have. They have the 3000 bright white, which is softer than the 4000 soft white, or cool white, which the electrician put in. So I went to Home Depot, got store credit for it because I didn't buy it, but fuck them, Oh, nope. Here we go. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but this is a massive improvement. It's not that eye-penetrating, eye-raping white. It's a lot nicer. So, small progress things. Let's see. I did the lawn, all literally 10 square feet of it. I'm so glad there's no lawn here, because we've had that video too. So there were some small little victories that next day, but it's kind of up and down with this fan thing, because it's not the fan. It's 3 hours of that, 6 videos. So but and part of it is I just got back from swimming. I swam for an hour. I think I'm going to keep to that instead of 30 minutes a day. That extra hour is nice, an easy swim as well. So we'll do that, I think. We'll keep that. But that's the thing with swimming, is my mind goes to talking about these things. And I feel a little better, and then it's like, what do I talk about here? Because I kind of already talked, at least in my head, about these things. But yeah, it's the fan, it's not the fan, but I get fixated on it, because it doesn't work. And then it's like, well, I kind of know it's a vibration thing. What if he comes out, and is he going to charge me for coming back? And then it's like, it still doesn't get solved, and then and I just catastrophize that into the future like that, And then it's like, well, do I have to get another electrician? What if it is kind of the fact that even if it's not the fan motor being loud, it still is like a bad model, so you have to get a new one, and then, oh my God, and then you have to get a new electrician, and then, oh my God. And I think about it, and it's like, well, okay, that's kind of a possibility you could have. But, whatever. But the expectation is, fuck it, it should work, you know? And it doesn't. You know, is it that fucking hard to get a goddamn fan? And I researched it, I picked the electricians, well, I think. But no. Now, another good thing, speaking of, you know, air and stuff, they put an extra air vent into the sunroom. Now, today was kind of thunderstormy, so it's kind of rude to be eating. I'll get to that too. It's swimming related. And it looks fine. I mean, it looks like it's in a decent position in there. It's going to be cooling things off. And it's interesting because, again, the other guy who came out from another company, they're like, we can't even do this. It's like, wow, you've seen that. Yeah, you've seen that video. Yeah. So they put it in there. That's fine. There are 4 guys here. It didn't even cost that much compared to the amount of people involved. It was like, what, 470? Hey, if it keeps that room cool, I'm perfectly happy. As long as it works, here's the money, you know. If it works, I don't mind spending the money, you know. And we'll see. I mean, it's really, it was on the very hot days and the very sunny hot days that it was 3 degrees hotter in there, even with the fan running. We'll see. We'll see how it works. You know, but it's just, and I did ruminate a lot about this, and it's like, yeah, I don't have much more to say about it. You know, that's the problem, is I have ruminated about it, and it's like, okay, so I have to get a new electrician, it's going to cost a little more. Okay. Or maybe it fixes, I don't know. It is annoying. It is fucking annoying because it's just so helpless, you know. You know, I was thinking about better things today. I'm just kind of silent today. Anyways, I came back home. I went by McDonald's. I thought I'd get one of their ice cream things, but I was like, whatever. I didn't have much to eat, so I'll have hummus with bell peppers, celery, apples, and a little bit of cheese, cheddar cheese here, right? And, yeah, maybe a little bit of peanut butter, kombucha. We'll see, you know. But yeah, it's not the fan. It's that it makes me realize that even these fucking small things I can't get done. And yeah, I wish I had more to say. It's just I kind of talk myself out, at least in my head. Or maybe I get nervous in front of the camera still. I don't know. You know. Part of it is, you know, it's like I do want to fix the house a little bit up, just little things, you know, even little hooks, putting it there, getting an extra air vent. But a lot of it is like I have to do a lot of research, like the oven. It's like, well, you know, the slide-in ovens, and we talked about it. I looked it up a little more, and it's like, well, you can actually get some of it in there. If you look at the specifications, some of the brands actually tell you how much space you got there. I still need somebody to cut the bottom out, you know, and then I can talk to him, but it's just, it's like it needs to be done now, and then I freak out when it's not. I just want a quick little victory of, yeah, we fixed this, and we fixed that. But it's like, okay, do we really need those things? You know, and even in the less despairing moods, it's like, well, it'd be nice to have, and at some point we will, because, you know, it's kind of hard to cook when the air vents are not working here. And then the air vents, yeah, you've seen that. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm a caulking expert and indoor leaf blowing expert. So there's just so many possibilities with it, and it's kind of hard to sit down and because there's so many other things. The house is sort of, as I said, it's a little bit slanted, but not that much. So who do I even talk to? Structural engineer, and you know, and the foundation issues are relatively and then it takes forever, and then the cracking, and but I obsess about these things and these small things, you know. And it's like, no, it's good to be just doing something. It's good to be, you know, just. But then it's, I don't, But then those things don't come to be very easily. It's a little harder, and it's like, ugh, and then everything collapses. You know, it feels like with the fan issue, it should have worked the first time, and now that it doesn't, it feels like it's the end of the fucking world. And then it's like, it's not about the fan. You know, and how much of this let's fix the house up a little bit is just a distraction for the bigger things. You know, the military school incident, all that stuff. You know, and it doesn't have to be either or, right? But then it's you know, I was a lot. I think I was a lot more articulate when I was rambling inside my head, but yeah, I guess I have to overcome my uncomfortableness talking out loud about this stuff because I couldn't for such a long time. And yeah, it just sucks. It sucks that it just sucks, you know, it just sucks that, and I'm getting to the point where it's like, yeah, I just have to do this, you know, and maybe one day we'll talk about the books, maybe one day we'll talk about some other things, but my head's kind of a mess. You know, I drew up a list. I don't know where it is. So yeah, I wanted to go to McDonald's and get some ice cream, but I was like, whatever, I'll just have this. I don't know if I can even finish this, good Lord. Generally, when I'm in a despairing, kind of depressed, suicidal mood, I can't eat very much. You know? And it's kind of a roller coaster over the last couple of days. Because when I saw the light bulb, and I could hit the light bulb against the metal, and it wasn't vibrating anymore, like, oh, there we go. Problem not solved, but it's not really the motor. It's some vibration wire issue or something. But I don't know, it's just, and the helplessness of it, which is like, come on, it's a ceiling fan, I should be able to do this, but then it's like the ladder, I don't have a ladder that's big enough, and then I should buy a ladder. There's a couple ladders I should buy. I have a house now, I should buy a big ladder. I have to research that. Oh, it doesn't fit in the car, so I have to special order it, and and I did drop a list of literally all the things in this house that I sort of, at least have an interest in taking a look at it. They don't have to be done right now. But then it's like, oh, well, you know, with the motor oil on the carpet, which is mostly cleaned out, you know, it's a good idea to get a carpet cleaner. And I've been wanting to do that, but now especially. And oh, it's on sale on Amazon. And then this is, oh, but it doesn't come with this hand attachment. And then, oh my God. And then, okay, fine, we'll put that aside. Oh, a ladder. Well, that's not going to fit in the car. So it's just, God damn it, you know? And none of these things are like emergencies. It's not like, you know, the water heater blew up and we got to fix it right now. The water heater is 34 years old. I do want to get a tankless one at some point. I've talked about that, but that's not an emergency, especially now in the summer. I don't need that much hot water anyways. You know, in the winter, it's nice to take a big bath. You know, fill up it with hot water. It's a big tub, very nice tub. Very good caulking as well around it. And, you know, so none of these are emergencies, and it'd be nice to just check them off and say, fixed, 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 fixed. But they're not. And then how much of it is a distraction to not talk about the bigger issues? Danube incident, you know. And then at the same time, because I fail at these things, I do feel like I'm a bit more open and vulnerable to talking about those things. Again, a lot of these small little setbacks do induce almost a kind of, well, a suicidal sort of state, where I'm like, this is it, what's the point? And I get it, it's like, okay, it's, other people have fixed fucking fan issues, okay? And who cares, it costs a couple $100 extra, I don't care, you know? You know, it's frustrating, but you guys coming tomorrow at noon. I should not be eating and talking at the same time. And this could be an ASMR channel, you know, eating stuff with hummus. I don't have a towel. You know. So I don't know, I thought I'd get a little more specific, but it's just I kind of thought myself out for the day. God damn it. That piece of cheese got lodged a little bit. Oh well. So, yeah, I thought this would be better than ice cream. You know, a little less. I don't know. We can sit down and talk. That was kind of the general idea. Is I could just chew in your ears and. So yeah, it's a lot of things, you know, it's a lot of things, but I've wanted to get my story out about these things because, you know, it's oh, go meet people and go talk to, it's like, yeah, that's not so easy when, you know, your requirement is, so, what's your military school incident like? Have you thought about these things? Or, oh, we'll talk about the locker room sometime. Do we want to talk about it now? No. 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 I just don't, you know, okay, so I did have I was on an atheist board for a while back 10 years ago, and, you know, I did actually meet some people in the real world from that. And there were a couple of people, especially one that I hung out with quite a while, quite a long time. You know, in the real world, we didn't even talk too much about the atheisty stuff or the lack of religion or whatever. It came up. And that's the point is, you know, there wasn't that uncomfortableness when it came up. It wasn't like a fart in an elevator, you know, where you mention these things and then everyone else just runs for the exits or, you know. It's just, you know, it wasn't an antagonistic sort of thing. It's like, oh, okay. I want that with this, you know. We're the people who, again, you know, I ran a 5:58 mile. You don't have to be that good, but, yeah, keep in shape. You know, the man in the checkered fedora, by the time I saw a guy in a checkered fedora, he looked kind of good, kind of nice. What am I going to say to him, you know? And nowadays, again, I want to talk about the military school incident. You know, parents and how shitty they can be and abandonment issues, and go look back at those videos. I'm assuming you have looked at these. You know, but by the time I saw it in 2009, I saw this good-looking guy. I was like, I forgot I want to talk about these things. I repressed it. But even that, this is so unappealing. This guy's talking about suicide, and he's burping, and he's choking on cheddar cheese. Yeah, 10 views. Although I've seen in the analytics, it's like the average view length for, like, I think the 40-minute one that's up is average 25 minutes. Holy shit. There's, what, 5 people watching this? Like, fully? I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. Okay, and lots of tangents. I shouldn't, yeah. Yeah, but so I, with the man in the checkered fedora, I couldn't say anymore what I wanted out of that, what I really wanted, which is, yeah, it's nice to have a good-looking guy around. It's nice to be good-looking. It's nice to keep fit. Nice to do push-ups, pull-ups, swimming, whatever. Dodgeball, that was fun. But I couldn't think of anything, and that's when I said, okay, well, if I'm gonna, you know, approach people in the future and maybe date some people, at least I gotta lose the little bit of weight I had. And yeah, that's not a bad start, but that's a far cry from talking about the deeper things, right? So where was I going with this? Holy shit. Yeah. That's fine. Whatever. Let's reel our way back, you know? No. Well, that's fine. yeah, it's hard to meet people out there, you know. And in a past video, I've said, well, you know, I'm not that bad of a guy, you know. I ran a business, I did well, I 558 mile, you know, still athletic, still good. Those are good things, but, you know, why can't I find anyone like me? Well, because I haven't been honest about these sort of things. I haven't talked out loud about these things, you know. So I haven't mentioned these sort of things. And it's hard to expect other people will find you if you kind of stay silent about these things. And I look at it back and say, well, in 2013, I remember I had the domain, it was abuse.com, mentioned it before probably, and we'll mention it 100 more times. So, and we'll mention how I mention things, yes, you know. And I wanted to talk about this stuff. It was, you know, it was abuse, a bit more angry, I would say. I guess I'm a bit more mellow. But I look at it and say, although I know I couldn't have talked about it then because it was just too new and too unprocessed and whatever. But just looking at it like math, if I put it out there and put a video like this every day, I don't know, the chance of finding like-minded people or talking about this stuff would increase. So, you know, just put stuff out there and, you know. And again, we're still talking about how I can't talk about stuff, and that's fine. You know, I need to at least get some comfortableness with the camera or whatever. But yeah, it's just, you know, it is interesting that, you know, I just lose it over the fan issue. And it's like, yeah, the fan doesn't work. It was installed, and there's some minor little fucking issue, and is it going to be solved? And then I have to return the fan, or is it and then what? I get some new electrician out, and then I buy more fans, and well, might as well buy another one, because what if oh my god. Ugh. But part of it's like, okay, I can catastrophize. Because part of it, I can think out, you know, a couple steps ahead, but that creates more and more chains of things, and it's just, ugh. It's not helpful. You know, it just doesn't actually, because I can't do anything about it. What can I do right? I called the guy, and that was what the other thing is I emailed him. He emailed me back and said, oh, I'll be here Tuesday. I said, all right, what time? And he didn't get back to me the whole day today, Monday. So I called him at the end of the day, 5 or something. He's like, yeah, okay, noon's fine too. So it's like, you know, you could have emailed back earlier, and yeah, I was just kind of worried about it for no reason. Well, whatever. Well. It's just this has got to be solved right now. It's like, well, it's not. And what can I do? What's the one? All the steps I've done right now, I've done. And I tell myself this, and it's like, okay, maybe I feel a little better about it and say, yeah, I've done as much as I can, and we'll take it one step at a time. But it's just. But you know, but at the other side of it, precisely because I'm so frustrated, it's like I finally get to talk about this, because a lot of the oh, I fixed this, I fixed that, I feel good from that, and I'm kind of complacent. Like, okay, I get that I don't have what I want. I don't have the company around that I need. And then I don't talk about it precisely because of that. It's only when I'm feeling like crap that I can finally kind of open up about it, which is weird. So again, do I want to sabotage myself? You know, just get the worst handyman to fuck everything up, and then I'm tearing my hair out and wanting to kill myself, and then I'll finally talk about important things. Or maybe again, maybe I'll stabilize to the point where I can just talk about these things. I used to drink a lot, you know. You know, that's how I used to sort of think about these things, because I couldn't do it any other way. So, you know, now I have to freak out about small, stupid things that probably will be fixed anyways or whatever. And I don't know, hopefully I can get to, hopefully I can get to a time where there's good flow with this. where I can just sit down, talk about it, and I don't have to be too stressed out to do it. I don't have to be, you know. And that's it. I mean, I can't do anything more than that. I can put my story out there. I can do it a little better. I'm rambling. I just don't. Because even today when I was thinking and during when I was swimming, a little hope came back into me, you know. Oh, I'll talk about this, I'll say that. Of course, I don't have a camera and I'm not going to be recording in the pool as I'm, you know, even if it's like an easy swim, yeah, I'm not going to be. Hey, everybody, I'm going to talk about suicide. Let me scream out loud about it next to the pool, you know. I'll just do it here, you know, and then put it on the internet. Because, you know. Well, you know, the time actually flew by right now. And, yeah, 25 minutes, you know. We got 2 more. Something like that. I kind of talked myself out today enough and didn't record much of it, or any of it, really. But that's fine. You know, we got a little bit of success here with the air vent. We'll see how that works. Looks like it's going to be fine, so problem solved there. Oh. Who knows? So I just can't do anything more. I'll wait for the guy tomorrow. Hopefully I can explain to him and he can figure it out, and that's it. It is so goddamn frustrating, you know. Like, I should be able to do this. It's a fucking fan. It's there. Open it and fiddle around with it. And it's like, ugh, no. Can't even fucking do that. But that's fine. Ooh, that's not good. You shouldn't shake these. That's right. So anyways, that's it. Yeah, that's it.